Hello, hey. Nasemaje? Karibuni kwa somo langu. Sasa hebu tuanze somo letu kuhusu kauli ya kutenda na kutendwa. So now our lesson is about kauli ya kutenda na kutendwa. In bracket, it is active and passive voice. So now we are going to see what it means by these two definitions. Kauli ya kutenda, active voice. Kauli ya kutenda ni kauli ambayo mtendaji anatenda kitendo kwa mwenyewe. Katika kauli hii unaweza kuzitumia nyakati zote kwa kuweka sentensi. Hapa mtendaji anaendelea na kufanya kitendo, yaani mtendaji na kitendo, in bracket a subject and an action. Upatanisho wa kisarufi. So now kauli ya kutenda ni kauli ambayo mtendaji anatenda kitendo kwa mwenyewe. Katika kauli hii unaweza kuzitumia nyakati zote kwa kuweka sentensi. So when we are talking of kauli ya kutenda, we mean active voice. In English it is active voice and in Kiswahili it is called kauli ya kutenda. So what does this one mean? Kauli ya kutenda, it is where an actor or the doer or a subject is doing an action by him or herself, or where you find an action is just taking place without no one else involving it to happen, but just is happening by itself, taking the place. Katika kauli hii unaweza kuzitumia nyakati zote kwa kuweka sentensi. When we are dealing with active voice, you can use any tense you feel like using, because for it is just used in many tenses as we are going to be seeing. So you can use it in every tense so that you can see how it is coming out. Hapa mtendaji anaendelea na kufanya kitendo. This is where you find an actor or a subject or a doer is just continuing doing an action. So it means he or she is the one taking the action without the support of another person. Yani that is mtendaji na kitendo, a subject and an action. When we talk of mtendaji, we mean someone or somebody who is doing an action. Then when we talk of kitendo, this is a thing or an action that is being worked on or that is being done. So that's we are calling it mtendaji na kitendo. So it means there are two sentences where you find the first one is the subject doing the action, and the second one is an action which is being done. So that's why it is the subject and an action. Upatanisho wa kisarufi. When we talk of upatanisho wa kisarufi, we mean the way how, or the formation of a sentence. This is the way how we can construct or how we can write a sentence by using this formula we are going to see. In bracket we have it as mtendaji plus kiwakilishi cha wakati au njeo plus kitenzi plus jina. What does this one mean? A subject plus a tense marker plus a verb plus a noun. So mtendaji, as I have already told you, means a subject or an actor or a doer, someone doing a what? A thing, someone doing a thing or an action. This one is called mtendaji in Kiswahili, but in English we shall call him or her or it a subject. Then kiwakilishi cha wakati, this is a tense marker. A tense marker, this is a marker that is showing you where a tense is in. So it is a marker, it acts as a marker to show you that this sentence or statement is in this tense or is in that tense. Then kitenzi is a verb. When they are many, we say vitenzi, found in PV class. But now here we have kitenzi, which is a verb, plus jina. And jina is a noun. When they are many, they are nouns. And a noun is a name of anything. Jina ni neno la kila kitu chochote. And a verb is a word, is a helping word, or a doing word. Or a doing word. Kauli ya kutenda, kauli ya kutendwa. So now we have finished kauli ya kutenda. So now we are going to see kauli ya kutendwa. What does kauli ya kutendwa mean? In quotes, we have it as a hyphen, then wa, then another hyphen, wa, which means that when you have a verb like piga, it will be pigwa, which means that WA is the one which is in kauli ya kutenda, rather kauli ya kutendwa, which is passive voice. Kauli ya kutendwa ni kauli ambayo mtendewa anapokea au tendewa kitendo. Ni kitu fulani kinachopokea kitendo kutoka kwa mtendaji. When you read, what comes in your mind? We are now on passive voice. We've said that for the part of kauli ya kutenda or active voice, this is where you find that a subject is taking an action, is doing an action. But for the case of this passive voice, this is where you find over a person or a thing is receiving a what? An action, or is being done, something is being done. Ni kauli ambayo mtendewa anapokea au anatendewa kitendo. This is where a subject is receiving an action, or this is where a subject is being done by a thing, or an action is receiving an action in short. Ni kitu fulani kinachopokea kitendo kutoka kwa mtendaji. Yeah. So it is, as you find, it is a certain action which is receiving a what? It is a certain thing which is receiving an action from a subject. So it means a subject is the doer of a thing or an action. And mutendewa, that is the person receiving the what? An action. Or you find something else is receiving an action. Because when we are talking of kauli ya kutendwa na kauli ya kutenda, it does not involve only people, but involves animals, birds, so long as you are using it in this what? In this principle. Yani, that is mutendewa, in bracket kitendo, plus mutendaji, which is an action and a subject. So when there is a difference between mutendaji and mutendewa. Mutendaji is an actor or a doer or a subject, someone who is doing a thing or who is running a certain action. But mutendewa, this is a person who is being done by something, or to whom something is being done. So it means mutendewa, this is a person receiving an action. In short, mutendewa is a receiver. So, for example, I have like this statement: she has killed a snake. Ameua nyoka. She has killed a snake. She is mutendaji, that is the person who has done the thing, and a snake is mutendewa. A snake is mutendewa because mutendewa is a receiver, which means if we are saying she has killed a snake, it means a snake is the one which is receiving that what? That action. So which means she is acting as a subject, and a snake which is nyoka, that is mutendewa, receiving an action. I can epitomize you by giving you another example like I have brought I have brought water. Nimeleta maji. I have brought water. I is a subject. I am the one doing a thing. Since I'm the one acting, it means I am a mtendaji. I am the what? The actor or the subject or the doer. I have brought water. Then it means water, that is the action, or the thing that is receiving that action. That is the what? The thing that is receiving, which means that one is a receiver, which is what? Mutendewa. I want you to get me clear. Now here I'm trying to explain the difference between mutendaji and mutendewa. So now here I'm putting mutendewa in bracket, kitendo. Kitendo. Mutendewa is the one receiving an action. That's why in bracket I have put kitendo. Then plus mutendaji. Plus mutendaji. I think you are seeing how the things are changing. Cause here, the first part for kauli ya kutenda, we have mutendaji plus kiwakilishi plus kitenzi jina. In English version, it is a subject plus a tense marker plus a verb plus a noun. Now you are seeing how they are. Then here we are having it as mutendewa plus mutendaji plus mutendaji. So now it means it is an action plus a subject. It is an action plus a subject, which means for the part of kauli ya kutenda, which is active voice, you find the subject is the one doing the thing. But for this passive voice, you find the action is being received, is now the one in position number one. It is like vice versa. It is as if you are given things and then you are exchanging them. For example, that you are given like two stones. Now you are going to exchange this one to this one, and this one would exchange it to me. So that's how these things are. That's why it is called passive. Passive. As if they are exchanging. As if they are exchanging. So here we are going to deal with the mutendewa in bracket kitendo plus mutendaji, which is an action plus a subject. Mtendaji is a subject and mutendewa is kitendo, or an action, or someone who is receiving an action. Kwa mfano, example, kitendo plus kiwakilishi cha njeo plus kitenzi plus mutendaji. Now this one is the format we are going to follow as we are going to our grammatical agreement or grammatical concordance. So we are going to follow this order. It is kitendo, that is an action plus kiwakilishi cha njeo, that is a tense marker, plus kitenzi, that is a verb, plus mtendaji, that is a subject. Now I think you are seeing how my things are coming in. For that case of kauli ya kutenda, we have mtendaji plus kiwakilishi cha njeo plus kitenzi plus kitendo. But here we have kitendo plus kiwakilishi cha njeo plus kitenzi plus mtendaji. So it's like vice versa. It's like exchanging. So when we are talking of passive voice, it's like as you are exchanging. So it is an action plus a tense marker plus a verb plus a subject. Another one. Katika kauli ya kutendwa tunatumia kihusishi cha kwa au tungeweza kukiacha. What does this statement mean? Katika kauli ya kutendwa, when we are dealing with the passive voice, we use a preposition by. We use a preposition by, or you can leave it. Or you can leave it. Or you can leave it. So when you are dealing with the passive voice, you have to make sure that in a sentence you are making or constructing, you have to use a preposition by to show that something has been done by you. For example, I've been epitomizing you by this statement that I have brought water. I have brought water. That is Hali or kauli ya kutenda. I have brought water. How will it be, or what will it be in passive voice? It will be, the water has been brought by me. The water has been brought by me. So now I think you are here, you are listening to how I'm using by. So we don't use by in active voice, but we use it where? In passive voice. Nimeleta maji. I have brought water. So you will say, the water has been brought by me. The water has been brought by me. So it will be, maji yameletwa na mimi. Maji yameletwa na mimi. The water has been brought by me. So now I'm giving you that statement to show you that when you're dealing with the passive voice, you can use what? By. But if you want, you can do what? You can leave it. For example, I can epitomize you by giving you, you have killed a snake. You have killed a snake. In Swahili, umeua nyoka. Or you can say, wewe umeua nyoka. But if I don't want to use by, if I don't want to say that the snake has been killed by me, I can say the snake has been killed. Full stop. Someone who has said a snake has been killed by me and someone who has said a snake has been killed, they are all right. They are all right. So now let us see how we can use njoo ya sasa in active and passive voice. Let us see how we can use njoo ya sasa or wakati wa sasa in doing what? Presenting our active and passive voice. And as I told you last time when we are studying njoo ya sasa, I told you that njoo ya sasa is denoted by na. Na is against what? Marker. Okay, number 1. Mtoto analeta ng'ombe. Mtoto analeta ng'ombe. And this word you see here, it is not read as ng'ombe. It is not read as ng'ombe. The word is read as ng'ombe, ng'ombe. You talk as if you are as if the air is coming from the nose somewhere very far. As ng. We read it as ng because of this apostrophe you see here. Because of this apostrophe that you do what? That you see here. So leaving that one constant, when we re-embark on our statement, we have mtoto analeta ng'ombe. Mtoto analeta ng'ombe. How can we put it in passive voice? Because this one seems it is in active voice. Now what I want to show you here, to know that a statement is in active voice, it is ending with vowels, without W, without any other consonants between. Without, you see here there is a consonant T, but you cannot put another consonant to be active voice. No, it cannot. So this A that you see, which is bolded, this shows that a sentence or a verb is in active what? Voice. Kauli ya kutenda. So we have mtoto analeta ng'ombe. How will it be? The child is bringing the cow. The child is bringing the cow. How can you put it in passive? It is ng'ombe analetwa na mtoto. Ng'ombe analetwa na mtoto. Ng'ombe analetwa na mtoto. I think you are seeing this bolded words, this bolded consonant and the vowel WA, which is wa. It means we are going to change this A into wa. That's why it is called kauli ya kutenda na kutendwa. When we talk of kauli ya kutenda, it is doing something, doing. But when we talk of analetwa, kauli ya kutendwa, passive, it is being done. So now here ng'ombe analetwa na mtoto. English version, the cow is being brought by a child. The cow is being brought by a child. But if you want, you can neglect this by. If you want, you can neglect this by and stop from where? From here. So if you don't want to say the cow is being brought by a child, you can simply say the cow is being brought. You can simply say the cow is being brought. Full stop. That one is correct. Number 2, mama anakula nyama. Mama anakula nyama. Mama anakula nyama. How will it be? It will be the mother is eating meat. The mother is eating meat. The mother is eating meat. So here it will be nyama inaliwa na mama. Nyama inaliwa na mama. So like as I have told you that it's like word exchange, now I want you to see here well. Here we are saying mama anakula nyama. You see here, the mother is the first one. Nyama is the last one. But when you come to here, for the passive part, you find this nyama has taken the first position, but mama has taken the last position. So it's like exchanging. It's like exchanging. So it will be nyama inaliwa na mama, which which means the meat is being eaten by mother. The meat is being eaten by mother. The meat is being eaten by mother. And also, what I want to make you remember, when we are dealing with tenses which have continuous, which have continuation, or which are in a continuous way. For example, like present continuous, past continuous, perfect continuous, etc. They do take being. When you find a sentence is in a continuous form or is in a continuous tense, make sure that in passive, you make sure that that statement is having what? Being. Being. The meat is being eaten by man. Some of you are asking yourselves that now where have you got being? For example, we have the mother is eating meat. We are putting being because of is. Because of is. Is shows a continuity or a continuation of a what? A statement. For example, here we have is eating. So it means for the verb eat, we have added ing. ing. For a verb to be in a continuous tense, it means that it has to be having ing. The mother is eating meat, so here it will be the meat is being eaten by mother. Number 3, mimi ninapika chajio. Mimi ninapika chajio. What does this statement mean? I am cooking supper. I am cooking supper. Or you can say, I'm cooking supper. Chajio means supper. I am cooking supper. So now since here we have ing, we shall make sure that in another, as we are going to change it in hali ya kutendwa au kauli ya kutendwa or passive form, we are going to add being. So now here we shall have it as chajio kinapikwa na mimi. Chajio kinapikwa na mimi. I'm cooking supper. So here it will be the supper is being cooked by me. The supper is being cooked by me. If you don't want to say the supper is being cooked by me, you can neglect. It is not necessary to put what? To put this one. This one, even if you don't add this, still the statement is what? Is correct. So now you can say the supper is being cooked. As simple as that. As simple as that. Now we are going to have activity, the ways. Now after studying that one or after giving you that one, what have you understood? What have you understood? So now this is the ways. Andika sentensi hizi kwa kauli ya kutendwa. Write these sentences into passive. Write these sentences into passive. So, these sentences have been given to you from active. But now you are going to change them from active into passive. Baba anakunywa maji sasa. Baba anakunywa maji sasa. Number 2, Tom anaua simba. Tom anaua simba. Number 3, kaka yangu analima shambani. Kaka yangu analima shambani. Wao wanasuka mikeka. Wao wanasuka mikeka. So you try those four numbers from active into passive as we have been doing. Another task. Badilisha sentensi hizi kwa kauli ya kutenda. Badilisha sentensi hizi kwa kauli ya kutenda. Change into active voice. Change into active voice. So these statements have been given to you in passive voice, but now you are going to change them into active voice. Number 1. Mtoto anapigwa na mvua. Mtoto anapigwa na mvua. Mtoto anapigwa na mvua. Number 2. Yeye anafundishwa na daktari. Yeye anafundishwa na daktari. This one is read as ra. This one is read as ra. Then this one is read as li. So here we shall say daktari. Yeye anafundishwa na daktari. Number 3. Kitabu kizuri kinasomwa na wao. Kitabu kizuri kinasomwa na wao. Our last one, number 4. Wimbo inaimbwa na wanajeshi. Wimbo inaimbwa na wanajeshi. Wimbo inaimbwa na wanajeshi. So now let's stop from there. Try that work or task and see the results. Asanteni kwa kuangalia. Asanteni kwa kuangalia. Nimebaki kama mwalimu Nyangoma Claire. Thank you for watching. I remain as Nyangoma Claire, Swahili teacher. Thank you for watching. Asante.